I haven't gone live yet.
Roll credits.
All right, I'm going to stop playing now. We're all good.
Okay, we are live. Hello, and welcome to the Advent 7 podcast. I'm your host, Andrew, and today I am joined by...
I'm Bronson.
It's your boy, Trey.
You got Tony here.
And today we are joined by a special guest, Professor Shinobi. Welcome to the Advent 7 podcast.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Cool. Well, today we're going to talk about the latest edition of Smash Bros. We all know who it is. It's the dude with the sword that's like 2/3 length of a stage. So that's fun. He murdered
As
like...
a Sephiroth main, I can agree. It is fun.
He murdered Mario in a trailer. Well, I mean, every new character edition has to murder Mario, so...
Yeah.
But he did it in like stylish fashion.
Wait, hold on. They finally got Mario in Smash? This is news.
I mean, I think so.
What?
But the trick is it's Paper Mario, not normal Mario. We have to wait for normal Mario.
I actually would prefer Paper Mario.
A lot of people would. I think that Paper Mario would be a cool addition. But that's not who we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about Sephiroth. But first, before we do... Sephiroth! First, just want to thank everybody tuning in today to our podcast. We really appreciate it. If you haven't checked out any of our previous podcasts, please do so. We talk about a lot of Weeb stuff and Super Smash Brothers. So if you dig that, then you're in the right place. For those who love Junji Ito, the manga author, Viz recently released the book Remina for Western audiences. It's a new release of the classic called Hellstar Remina. And our good friend Ed recently wrote a brief review about Remina, so please give it a read if you're interested. It's currently up on our front page. As somebody who never reads horror, I have to be honest, I looked through Ed's review, and it made me heavily consider picking up Remina. You know, the premise sounds super interesting. It's about this planet that's slowly heading towards Earth, and the scientist that discovers it names it Remina after his daughter. So his daughter becomes persecuted as the planet gets closer and closer. Really good Parent of the Year award probably is not going to him. But anyways,
Yeah, it's probably gonna go to the other planet-destroying thing that has familiar relation.
Just don't name anything after your kids if you're a scientist, please.
No, name everything your kids. That way they're famous for all eternity, whether it's positive or negative.
This is how you
Yeah.
ruin your kids, man. Lastly, our comic book enthusiast, Julian, wrote an analysis over the DC fandom trailer for Robert Pattinson's The Batman a few weeks ago. He makes some really great predictions for the upcoming movie and notes some inspirations from Batman's source material. So please give it a read. There will be links to all these different things in the description below, as well as a link to our Great Pretender series review that we did a few weeks back. So, all right, with that out of the way, on to the podcast. Boys, let's start off with, where were you on the night of the Game Awards? How did you find out that it was Sephiroth? Were you guys watching the Game Awards, or did you hear about it on social media? Where'd you hear about it?
Okay, so what had happened with me, I was currently at work, and I was double-checking Facebook on my break, and my friend Tony had posted the image of Mario being stabbed, and I was like, there's no way. And I look up the trailer, and it's like, oh boy, I'm a silver-haired weeb for this. Let's go! I could not have been more hyped. It was so freaking good. Just watching everything about that trailer, being like, man, Sakurai has watched Advent Children a lot.
Oh yeah, dude's a massive weeb.
Just so our audience knows, our name Advent 7 does not come from Advent Children. It is unfortunate coincidence.
It sucks because whenever I Google the name Advent 7, it either comes up like a bunch of churches in our local area, either local churches or Final Fantasy, which the latter of which I don't mind being associated with. But it's just our site, it comes up very low on the list of
you, our
search
dear
results.
Viewers, can change all of that
absolutely.
by liking and subscribing now.
Thank you for that.
I mean, please
Yes.
do, please.
Right?
You
There's
can
bell
help
icon
us
now.
beat out Advent children by liking, clicking the like buttons, commenting below, and subscribing. Thank you.
All you have to do is make sure we're more popular than organized religion.
Oh,
Women's
no.
versus the church.
We'll pull
and
it off,
Square
don't worry.
Enix.
I mean, okay, if we talk about like, romance anime, like, we'll probably become popular enough. We just
Oh,
we,
yeah.
we, we, just we just gotta
podcast on a romance anime.
we have to route our content focus more on horror anime. I think that would probably do it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
We
waiting. for
just
the
did a
hentai
horror
episode.
anime.
Which one? Great Pretender? That doesn't count.
Snafu was a horror. It's basically a horror anime.
Which one?
Snafu.
Yeah.
There are
If you're-
multiple girls.
okay.
We all thought they had a chance, and thus it's a harem anime.
If you're listening to this, please also go check out our Snafu podcast. We've recorded 12 episodes. There's currently 8 episodes on our YouTube channel, and we just kind of go through the whole show. Anyways, back to Sephiroth. So Andrew, you were out on like you saw social media, like you saw your friend Tony post a picture of it. Okay. Trey, you were with me. We watched it together. Like we watched the Game Awards together. Do you remember how, like, what did I say? What did I say when the trailer first came up? You were like, "Oh, it's gotta be Smash Brothers."
Yeah, no, I was just like, when the dude was announcing, okay, we're all here, but it feels like we're missing someone. I'm like, are we doing this now, right off the bat? You're like, nah, no way. They're not gonna do this right away. In comes the cross cut. It's like, oh, it's on, boys. Let's hear what it is. And I love this trailer. Nintendo keeps just one-upping itself. This trailer was probably the best reveal we've had since the game has been announced. And watching seeing some of the DLC characters actually being CG animated for the trailer. Just like how World of Light was animated.
Trailer
was
so
really
gorgeous.
Cool.
It was so
And then
absolutely gorgeous.
And then the cut, and I'm just like, okay, what character kills gods? What is a god threat character? And then I hear the first string pulls for fucking One Wing Angel. I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking Sephiroth.
Way. They did it. The crazy lads over at Nintendo. Sakurai, you motherfucker, you did it. Yeah, so I didn't believe it. Like, friggin' Jeff Cayley's making jokes about, like, everybody's here. Well, almost everybody. We're waiting on one more. And I'm like, nah, that's too obvious. There's no way it could be. Trailer comes up, and I'm like, we're jumping right into it. Like, the biggest reason why I was there that night. Got to see it right off the bat. Bronson, like, were you watching the Game Awards as well?
I was. So let me set the scene for you. There I was in a dimly lit Texas Roadhouse. The rolls were buttered with their delicious butter. I had one partially in my mouth when they dropped that little hint right off the bat of the beginning of the Game Awards. I was befuddled by how quickly this reveal came. And
did the bread roll out of your mouth?
Yeah, it fell. It fell out of my mouth.
Like in slow motion. In slow motion, the butter roll like tumbles down into your lap.
As the cut happened, it just like slowly tumbled to the plate. And then Cloud. Sephiroth.
It was so cool.
And then the one-winged angel frickin' comes. I'm hype, trying to keep my excitement from the whole restaurant. It was a spectacle.
You weren't like jumping on top of tables and like kicking steaks off of people's plates. You weren't just like going ape shit, man.
I was like I had to contain it. I was there with my family. I had to calm down just a little.
Were they clearly seeing how visibly like like shaken up you were?
Yeah, I think they were. I think they
little
were
scared.
trying to look away, like they look away, kind of like glance back over, and
Just like, oh,
we
sweet
don't know
Jesus.
him.
This is our Bronson.
So, question for you, Bronson. Since of course we are in the company of good degenerates, when a one-winged angel comes, how big of a towel do you need to clean it up?
I hate you.
Oh my God, Tony.
I hate you.
Well,
That-
let's take this into account. Masamune is about 6 to 8 feet long, so we probably need at least 3 good beach towels.
It is going
Alright,
to be
yeah.
difficult to avoid the sexual innuendos because there's something about Sephiroth as a character that just like this sexual tension circulates around him. I want to stay away from it as much as possible, but Twitter has not
all you
been
have to
kind
do
about
is
it.
just
Well,
be like,
Come on.
Before we get into the sexual tension, Tony, tell us your story.
Okay, so there I was. I just saw it on Twitter, and of course, I don't know. I think I've told this group over the past month. I have bought 5 copies of Smash Brothers, so I feel like I am prepped to talk about this. Sephiroth is the reason I bought copy number 5. Bit of a story behind that. My uncle is one of those old 90s Final Fantasy buffs. He is one of the folks that introduced me to the series. I watched him play on the PS1, which, of course, back in the day, that was insane. And before that, all I knew was the NES, and these couple polygons were pure magic. And, of course, the PS2 comes along with Final Fantasy X, and that just, it got me stuck with the series, right?
yeah.
So anyway, Sephiroth comes out, and I'm like, oh, shit, I got to tell Rob about this. So I'm like, hey, do you play Smash? Oh, well, no, he doesn't have it. His Switch is collecting dust. So it's like, all right, just sent you a copy. Sephiroth is coming out. We need to play this together. And of course, when he dropped earlier this weekend, it's like, it is time. We're playing. And I've been super psyched since. And, you know, more than likely, I'm going to buy another copy of this damn game as a gift. And if Nintendo keeps pushing out these amazing characters, well, as far as I'm concerned, they have my wallet in their hands.
Yeah, that's a lot of copies of Smash, by the way. So you've bought these copies for other people, or are you just hoarding them for yourself, besides the one for your uncle?
Other people.
Okay.
Other people, of course. My whole family has Smash now, or they will by Christmas, which is just super exciting
Just
for me.
spreading the joy of Smash to the family. It's a game for the whole family, everybody. This is a family game.
Oh, yeah. Who needs to do the dishes? Settle it in Smash.
Okay. Yeah. So
I wish my family were like that because I would never have to do dishes.
honestly, that is a pretty great way to figure out. Okay, who's cleaning up dinner tonight? Like,
Well, that would
Oh,
be
no,
a
they-
fun
they-
solution
if I had
for
my own
my
family,
kids.
I'd probably do that.
Yep. Get to troll my kids for as long as I can until they finally are like, we've outgrown you, old man.
We have
The
ascended.
future is now.
It like, you know, in 20 years from now, when they finally make the Five Nights at Freddy's characters, you know, all the kids are just gonna dominate with those
Chica
characters.
man.
Did you say G Gundam? Did you just say G Gundam?
No, Chica main.
No,
Oh.
Chica.
He said
man, is what
Chica.
I was saying.
Chica.
Chica.
He's gonna be the duck. He's gonna be the duck from Five Nights at Freddy's when she's added to the game.
Sweet Jesus.
I mean, they really should have patched Golden Freddy. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, he's broken. He's 100% broken. We all
Oh
know
yeah,
this.
absolutely.
Assist trophy, maybe?
That would make sense.
Nah, it's gonna be an outfit because you know they have to wear the outfits in Five Nights
Right.
at Freddy's, and so it's gonna be deconfirmed, and then people are gonna be sad, and then they're gonna kind of be happy. Do we want to talk about that part of the reveal where we got a bunch of characters deconfirmed?
Oh yeah, the Mii costumes, because we're doing
Oh.
this after Sakurai's whole presentation. But we'll let Andrew direct the conversation.
No, I mean, yeah. Well, let's just like anything else that we wanted to mention about the trailer. I think what was my favorite part, my absolute favorite part, the peak of cool for me was after they unveil Cloud's new Final Smash, Omni Slash version 5, which
Yeah.
is just like, it was unnecessary. We didn't need it, but God, am I happy we have it. It's so fucking cool. It's way cooler than the original Omni Slash. And that cinematic part where like after it shows the footage, he lands, all the swords like land in the ground, surround him, catches the last one, and whoosh, just slashes it to the side, and Sephiroth lands behind him. Then Cloud turns around and says, "Stay where you belong, in my memories." It's just so cool.
And
It's
like
so
the
anime.
total Chad he is, he just goes, "I will never be a memory."
Yeah.
Because this is the sequel to Kingdom Hearts 2 that we actually wanted.
Oh my god.
I take that. Yeah, because they said at the end of the Sora's battle with Sephiroth that like Cloud disappeared to go fight some kind of battle, some kind of monumentalist battle. It was this battle in Super Smash Brothers.
This is how we're working up to the Sora reveal.
God.
Yes, totally, 100%.
Please don't get my hopes
I
up.
mean, we
Please don't
still
get my-
don't have a Mii costume.
It
We
doesn't
still don't have a Mii
costume, and Sakurai did say that it only could be characters that appeared in video games first.
It does. I
So
mean,
you
like
can't
Sora
bring Donald
does.
the Goopy into it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sora appeared in my wet dreams first.
Whoa.
How?
Wait.
You should have copyrighted that, man.
Future dreams.
Pre-cum premonition.
What is happening? Where is this
Okay,
conversation
that was not
going?
a good
There's
Dogen. I'm
too
just gonna
much
say that
sexual
now.
tension revolving around Sephiroth. It's permeating all of us. This isn't good.
I mean, he is hot. You just imagine him in his underwear.
Oh no, he's hot! Like all the SpongeBob memes, there's too many of them. I saw.
No, I
Everyone
think we
has-
can even go to Saturday Night Live where it's like, I heard Sephiroth has an 8-pack.
Okay, so quick question for
Yeah.
the group. We have gone about 20 minutes without bringing up Dragon Ball Z, and if we're talking Smash, we need to
No,
obviously
we are
bring
not.
up Goku.
No,
No,
we
no,
are
no,
talking
no,
about
no.
Sephiroth tonight, not Dragon Ball Z. Stay away from that.
The question, and I'll pose it and drop it after this. If we're talking video game only characters, does this include Ultimate Mission X Kakarot? He was never in any anime or manga. Or is it too close to the source material?
But he comes from a series that
Hey,
didn't
Andrew,
start
I got
off as
this
a
one.
video
Shut up, you
game.
fucking weeb.
He comes from a series that was anime first, so I don't believe that counts.
Yeah,
But anyways,
it's clever. I will grant you that.
I have not seen Advent Children since I was in like 10th grade. When my friend
Don't put
loaned
an
me
age on
his
this.
copy of Advent Children, and I watched it with my dad. And my dad was like absolutely confused and put off the entire time we were watching it. I think there was like a football game on or something that night, and I'm like sitting in my dad's apartment with him watching this, and my dad's like, Can we shift over to NFL at some point? The game's on right now. And I'm like, Dad, shush! Cloud is about to like stab Sephiroth in the face. And my dad's like, okay. I just remember there's like some point where some little kid in the movie shouts like, "You son of a bitch!" and like runs at the villain in the movie. And my dad's like, whoa! It was probably one of the more awkward moments of my growing up. But you know what? I watched anime back then too, so he learned to get over
Yeah.
it.
I mean, more awkward than the time your dad brought you to watch Kick-Ass?
Yes. I mean, Kick-Ass was bad. Kick-Ass was very bad, but at least that had people not looking like anime characters in it. So, but yeah, I just keep hearing people saying that this trailer mimics Advent Children in a lot of different ways. So I kind of want to go back and watch the movie again just to get a feel for it and see what cool parts.
Yeah,
are
I
in
think
there.
this is all from like the final battle, and it's like
is Galeem supposed to be representing a
I think it's
different
all the
character?
stuff after that.
Okay.
I think it's everything after that. So
Okay.
like basically
Yeah.
all the cutscenes with specifically Cloud and Sephiroth together are basically ripped from the movie.
Oh yeah, I mean the only difference was that he said I will give Smash despair rather than I bring you despair. It's not Kuja that gets the Genova cells and then turns into Sephiroth. It's just Sephiroth himself. There was no Bahamut sin, and so help me God, I want that as an assist trophy.
Yeah, that's something. We haven't had an assist trophy being added to the game.
For
He
Final
hasn't added
Fantasy?
any of those. No, just any,
Oh,
just in general. He
Yeah,
hasn't-
I would
Yeah,
like,
like they could add the pool larger for like different Pokemon or for like different assist trophy.
Yeah.
I care more about the crossover potential of Smash Brothers. So if a new character gets added to Smash as an assist trophy or even a spirit, I am happy with that. I'm at least somewhat happy.
Yeah.
Doesn't always have to be as a playable character. So I am keeping my fingers crossed that even after the Fires Passes are done, Sakurai might consider adding more characters in as assist trophies, or we might get some new stages that represent other series. I'd be cool with that. So
I like the new costumes myself.
yes. Yeah. Oh, for Sephiroth? Or
No.
The chocobo hats, amazing.
The
Oh,
Mii
the Mii
costume, which is
costumes.
funny because the Chocobo hat was in Smash 4.
but
was it?
Yep.
It was in Smash 4. It didn't come.
What? You there?
Uh-oh.
I think Trey cut out.
Yes.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah,
Well, while
he
he's
just rode off into that sunset with the chocobo hat.
he got too passionate about chocobos. Well, while he's like rejoining us, what I wanted to ask was like, didn't Chocobo have a full costume in Smash 4? Wasn't it like a full body costume and not just a hat? I thought it was.
I bet Trey knows. I don't really play with the Miis too much, which is a shame. They're pretty awesome.
They
Yeah,
have.
he just needs to
great
get off his
movesets.
golden chocobo.
I do like that they at least added Tifa and Barrett in as Mii costumes. I saw somebody on Twitter.
absolutely.
Somebody on Twitter was like actually upset that they gave the Tifa costume boobs, and the caption read like, "Did you really have to give Tifa's Mii costume boobs?" And I'm like, well, Tifa has big boobs, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
What
the
are
answer
they,
is yes.
Baptists? It's ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure the answer is yes, but I don't know, man. Like, I like him, so I'm biased. But
I mean,
yeah, the Mii
we've had
costumes are
Bayonetta for how many years now? You think they'd get over this? Oh, it's a kid's game.
Yeah,
thing.
Smash definitely rides that fine line. Like you know what flies and what doesn't. I think Smash has always been kind of inconsistent.
It's
with
a game
that.
for good boys and girls.
Hey, he's back. Yeah, that's why my Shiranui isn't in
I've
it.
had.
But something else that I was really hoping for based off the trailer was that maybe Sakurai was hinting at some kind of World of Light expansion. Because we see
That's what I was
Gleam, we
hoping
see the
for.
Master Hands, and I personally was just really happy to see Banjo, Hero, other DLC characters in this trailer fighting World of Light, because that made it feel to me like the characters were more integrated in the game. World of Light only really considered the base characters in the game up until this point. So the DLC characters that get added on, you know, you don't unlock them in the game, you just buy them and they show up. I feel like they're not as heavily integrated with Smash as a vibe, you know? So seeing them in the trailer fighting off Master and fighting off Gleam, I was like, yes! Yes, is what I want. Also, we just get more CGI goodness of Banjo-Kazooie. That's always appreciated.
Oh yeah.
As much as possible, I will take it. So that was really cool. You know, Sakurai didn't announce anything related to another adventure mode or any new modes added to the game. But fingers crossed that maybe after Fires Passes are done, because for me, Smash Bros. Is my favorite game of all time. Like, I don't just play it because I like playing it with friends or because there's fun playable characters. I play it because I've grown up with it. So as much content as possible that Nintendo and Sakurai are willing to put out for it, I will appreciate it no matter what form it really is in. But
Yeah.
I know I'm kind of part of a niche group in that. Many people are just like, oh, fuck this. Gino's not in the game. I don't want to play Smash anymore.
And
Yeah.
he's in the game.
I mean, Gino is actually in Smash because you have the Spirit and you have the Mii costume. Speaking of which, I hope they update Gino's World of Light fight to have him being a Mii fighter that wears a costume, because I don't think that was it before.
No, I don't think they're gonna.
I don't think that
That'd be
the
cool,
case,
but I don't think he
actually,
ever updates those stuff.
Well, Sakurai did say, I think like one or two fighter deep dives ago for either Min Min or Steve that those World of Light boss battles or spirit battles would get updated featuring the appropriate costume. So there was like a Cuphead spirit at one point, and I think they updated whoever you fought in that battle to be wearing the Cuphead Mii costume.
Yeah,
I
which
think that's
wouldn't be a
for the
difficult thing to
spirit
program.
board.
Oh man,
Like
I just saw Kyle's comment. Kyle joined us. He said, "Sorry, no Sora. I'm hacking into Nintendo HQ as we speak to make sure we finally get Chibi Robo."
Wait, did we still
Do
not
it.
have a
Finally.
costume? Did they not have a costume for that still?
I think they do.
Didn't they have
I'm
one in
not-
Smash 4?
Can someone
They
Google
had
it?
one in Smash
Spirit,
4.
At least.
Here, I'm just gonna Google it real quick. I'm pretty sure there is one.
I know there are spirits, but I don't know if they're in the costumes. But yeah, I'm gonna say that for the spirit updates, I think he updated specifically for Spirit Board. I don't think he ever went back to touch World of Light.
Hmm.
So, Trey, since you're a resident expert, we were talking about this during your dip. Did we have a full Chocobo outfit in Smash 4, or was it just the hat?
I'm gonna say it was just the hat. It was just the
Okay.
hat.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
a shame you're charging for it.
Yeah, there is a Chibi Robo costume.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, cool.
Yeah, but I get what Kyle's saying. You know, it would be cool to have Chibi Robo in the game. You know, I'd like to have like another Nintendo IP that doesn't have a ton of representation yet. There might be a Chibi Robo song in there somewhere.
Right.
But
It's in the miscellaneous section, probably.
I think in the general sense, though, most people want new third-party IPs as playable characters because with Min Min and Byless editions, like those were just kind of met with meh reception. But third-party
Yeah.
IPs tend to be like, holy shit, and I feel the same too. Like a new Nintendo IP would be cool, but it's such a rare opportunity to get new characters added to Smash that I just want as many crazy IPs added in as possible. So
Well, and it's funny because like Byleth got added, and then we got a lot of memes of, oh my goodness, we got another Fire Emblem character, it's another Fire Emblem character with the Anime sword, and it's like, no, wait, it uses like the lance and the bow and the axe. Oh, look at the Anime SwordFighter here. Then we get the Anime sword character, and like nobody bitches. It's
Yeah.
the weirdest fucking thing.
We
Yeah,
all know why, though.
I've seen like one or two people complain about, oh, another sword fighter, but for the most part, everybody sees Sephiroth. We're all like, yeah, we're cool with this.
I mean, it's
Steve.
Sephiroth.
Steve was a sword fighter.
Steve is
Yeah,
Steve's a
Sword
sword fighter.
He is a sword fighter.
No, you're right. No, Steve was interesting because I
Anime
remember
sword
looking
fighter
at that
confirmed.
one and I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'll have to learn how to fight Steve now.
Can you imagine if we had this discussion like 20 years ago for players just starting Smash 64? They would think we're mentally damaged. It's like, we're
like
happy
there's
with
no
their
way.
16 or whatever characters. And Sephiroth? Why would anyone complain about Sephiroth? He's badass.
Okay, but if you had this 20 years ago, I would go, hi, I'm 11. Who are you?
We wouldn't have Discord or YouTube. So
No, we would have AIM chat rooms if we were lucky.
oh god.
Oh my god.
Well,
Let me
I-
tell you what the internet was like back in my day.
So, yeah, I think I also heard someone once say that when Cloud got added to Smash 4's roster, that's when the game changed for who could be considered as a DLC fighter for Smash. That's when the conversation completely evolved because
Definitely.
Yeah,
You know,
I think
Ryu-
Snake was okay because it's like, well, it was technically an NES game at first, so it kind of made sense.
right.
But yeah, I would definitely say that Cloud was the one that really broke the barrier of it didn't need to be a game that started out as a Nintendo property.
Or even has anything available on the Nintendo.
Right.
Yeah, like even Street Fighter kind of made sense because Smash is a fighting party game, and Street
Yeah.
Fighter is a fighting game. But Cloud was just kind of like, oh, this came out of nowhere. So, anyways, yeah, I just wanted to just like briefly touch upon a few things from the trailer. Moving past that, what let's see, I wrote down some topics here real quick. Yeah, so did you guys? Who here watched the Sakurai deep dive that came out on Thursday?
Oh, I did.
You did?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Tony, did you watch it?
Like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and he seems so happy too. Like
Yeah.
the smile on his face.
Because he's a fucking nerd. God
That's
damn.
why we love
He
him.
was super happy. Yeah, it's probably the second happiest I've seen him in a character reveal since Terry.
Oh yeah.
Because Terry was a 45-minute history lesson on SNK. And that was fucking beautiful
just say
because
he
now I
was
like
a bit-
SNK. And I've never even played Fatal Fury.
Let's just say he's a bit happier than when he revealed Steve.
So
Oh,
okay, kind of a
man.
funny story on the SNK bit. So my kids are 2 years old, and I got them 2 stuffed animals. One of them is a tiger, which we named Anne Bunny, which anyone who knows about anime knows that that's a pun.
Yes, that's very
Nice.
good.
Nice.
And I also got a wolf that I named Buster.
Are you okay?
Yeah, the
are you okay?
running gag is that Buster is a fucking weeb. Just the whole fucking time he talks about anything, it's like, oh, what do you want to do today, Buster? You want to watch JoJo.
It's like, yeah,
For
you
the
do.
4th time. Okay, yeah, great. Whatever, you fucking weeb. Sure, whatever. Sorry, kids, don't say the F word.
Well, yeah, no, he was really enthusiastic when he was doing the deep dive video. Watching through the whole video, I was happy to hear more Final Fantasy music, and when he did that bit, explaining that there were 9 music tracks added, I was like, yes, we have more than 2 Final Fantasy songs in Smash Brothers now, which the 2 songs were both pretty much the same song, weren't they?
Well, one was the adventure song, and then the other was like
Prepare for battle
the
or
victory song.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
yeah.
not a lot. And Sakurai, like, he confirms, yes, we know you guys want more Final Fantasy music. We get that. However, there's a lot of issues that we run into with copyrights and, who we have to ask for permission to use the music for our game. And it changes depending on the region you're in. It got super in the weeds. So the most they could do was these 9 songs, half of which were new arrangements. They weren't originals.
Yeah.
Which,
The other thing he mentions is that he does specifically say Cloud and Sephiroth are only going to be speaking in Japanese.
right.
Which means somewhere in the line they were down there and it's like, well, we can't get the original voice actors for X and Y reason, so we're not going to use them. Which is interesting because, like, we have Marth with a English
voice.
It did take 4
which is
Smash
so
games.
weird.
It took 4 Smash games to finally get him an English voice, which is Yuri Lowenthal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Personally,
But it's Yuri Lowenthal.
yeah. Personally, I'm a weeb, so I don't mind them having Japanese voices. I actually think that's pretty cool. I liked Roy's Japanese voice better, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm
Is
sure
there a way
there
to
was
change that?
What?
Is there a way to change that in the game? Like,
So you can change the dub of the game to like Japanese if you want, but I think it's going to affect all of the characters' voices and their names, not just a select couple.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that kind of sucks. I think I just prefer their Japanese voices because I heard them first in Japanese when I played Melee. So,
Okay.
I love them. At least going back to the whole family thing I mentioned earlier, part of the Smash package I got for my nephews is some GameCube controllers. And I don't know if you know this, but those are really hard to come by here in North America. So I ended up importing a whole bunch from Japan, so all of the packaging is in Japanese. And if they play with Cloud and Sephiroth and it matches, well, they won't know better. They're like 4 years old, right? But I think that bit of the Japanese coming through in the game is just sweet. But I'm a weeb like you, Andrew, so I'm biased.
I'm pretty sure part of the prerequisites for being on this podcast is that you are a fucking weeb.
yeah.
So if you need me to, I will go get Buster and he can be on the podcast, but his English is not great.
We'll save it for when we do our JoJo review.
Oh my god, if we do a JoJo review, yes, I will bring Buster and he will bring his review.
Y'all can do the JoJo review. I'll set the record button and leave.
Have you seen JoJo?
I
Andrew?
refuse to join that
I
cult.
can just see it now. It's gonna be, hey, did you have a good time watching JoJo? Yeah, I would definitely agree. Dio was a weird character inclusion.
So, God, how did we get to JoJo?
Always
Because
brings
we're
back to
fucking
JoJo.
weebs.
Because it always comes back to JoJo.
What else were like good? Okay. We have to talk about the big thing though. The big thing that he revealed during the deep dive.
His sword?
No,
Yes, his sword.
the Sephiroth challenge.
Big thing.
Oh yes.
Sephiroth
oh
challenge.
my god.
This is
Sephiroth
the
challenge.
coolest way that they have released any DLC characters so far. This is the coolest way you can
absolutely.
unlock any character, and I'm so happy they did it because for the longest time, I have never really enjoyed just buying a DLC character and then having it being able to play it right off the bat. I've always enjoyed unlocking characters by defeating them first. That's why I like how Ultimate only starts with the base 8-person roster from 64. You have to unlock every other character. Some people hated that. But and that's fine.
You didn't like the Wii U making you have all characters from the get-go?
God, it gave you like 35 characters off the bat. I was not happy about that at the time.
But it gives opportunity to design a lot of the encounters now, because like if we had Steve reveal and we had destructible blocks and it's like dig to the center in order to get Steve,
that would have been cool.
That could have been fun.
Yeah,
it could have been cool. I just like any kind of mini game in Smash. You know, like it adds a different element to it, so it's it's just a little bit more fun. And this is challenging, so I think that it's a lot more exciting to try this side mode they implemented to unlock Sephiroth. Nobody asked for it, but it happened, and for that I'm very grateful.
Speaking of minigames, I still miss the N64 like time challenge.
Me too.
Oh, break the targets?
Or race to the finish?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All of the above.
Yeah, I miss him. I definitely miss him. I think the last game we had break the targets in was Brawl.
No, there was one on the 3DS version.
Oh, really? Okay, well that's just another reason to play a 3DS version. I mean, okay, this is a bit of a digression. We'll get back to Sephiroth, but I do wish that they kept the 3DS Smash Run game.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
It would have made perfect sense to have that on the Switch. It was such a dynamic
works exactly
mode.
The same.
You could play with 3 other people and then navigate through a maze, fight enemies and stuff and gain power-ups, and then you all collide in a final battle at the very end. I always thought that was a very like neat and very like chaotically filled mode that that you could play over and over again. Like it was easy to pick up and put down.
Yeah, that's why I did most of the time with my DS.
Yeah. You know, like I'd take it to Anime Club, when we were in college, and I'd play with other people there. Ed would join me for a lot of those. But yeah, I do kind of miss that. So this was a great addition. I'm sad that it's leaving after only 5 days.
Man, and everyone is speedrunning this thing like crazy right now.
Speedrun!
So with it leaving, I'm wondering if it's going to be transferred to the DLC Spirit boards like the rest of them are. I don't know if you all have seen that, but under the Spirits now, there's a Spirit DLC thing. I haven't played it because I don't own any DLC beyond Sephiroth, of course. But
that specifically is just like you go through and you fight a whole bunch of related spirits. So when you're playing Personas, you go through a couple of the characters from that. And then you can fight all the Phantom Thieves as the legendary one.
It's bullshit. That one is bullshit, and I hate it.
Oh my god, it is. It's so rude. It's just like, hey, do you like playing 7 against 1? No, I like winning. Fuck you!
Yeah, so the Spirits board, that's just like new DLC Spirits they add with each character.
What are we going to get for this if we're getting any Spirits?
So I don't know if you unlock the Spirits after you beat Sephiroth, because I'm gonna come clean.
You do not.
I have not beaten Sephiroth yet, so I wouldn't know. I'm still working on it.
But you do not.
Sorry, I can't hear you over my 14-second .76 record.
I saw that. Good for you, man. Unfortunately, I'm not part of that club.
I was very happy with my 1 minute on normal with Link, but I'm a scrub.
I am only playing on very hard difficulty. I refuse.
What was my very hard run?
You cheesed Sephiroth off the stage, right?
That was the first time.
Okay. No, you beat him with like 4 HP left.
Yeah, my second run with Cloud, I beat him one try in 1 minute 53 seconds.
It's pretty nuts, man. I tried playing as Cloud for my first 5 or 6 attempts, and it just wasn't working for me because I don't play as Cloud that often. And I really wanted that immersion, but eventually I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to play as my main Samus. And I did better, but not good enough.
Yep. Well, I'm a Cloud main, so it's like I already started off the bat with that. So my 14.76 is with Cloud. I am going to say, Trey, that yours is a different speedrun category. That's a 0 HP run.
Yeah. I don't even know.
Not the any percent that I did.
Yeah.
I don't need the 0 damage run. I just want to unlock him very hard.
Oh,
and
I
just say
absolutely
I
tried
don't
for
need to do
0
that much.
damage run. It was just hard, and then at one point I accidentally cheesed it, and it's like, well, we take that W.
It's like we take those wins sometimes. We just take them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
pretty much.
I don't question it. I posted on Twitter and say that nothing like cheese to start your day.
Nice.
Yeah. So technically, there's one other mode that Sakurai added to the game. Technically, it's Sephiroth's classic mode run. Technically,
Oh yeah.
technically, it's
boss
boss
run.
rush.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that was.
That's-
Oh,
fun.
if you guys haven't played Boss Rush yet, I played it on the standard difficulty starting at 2.
Mhm.
But oh my god, Sephiroth can basically 5-shot most of the enemies.
Oh yeah.
If you...
Wow.
I
At
assume-
2, it's
I-
called Sephiroth's Walk Through the Park.
Oh my gosh.
I do assume that the boss health bars are a bit lower than their counterparts in other people's classic runs, just because there's a boss every single time.
It's possible.
There
Yeah,
is,
probably.
But I think it also is tied to the level of challenge that you put in, because I started at 5 and I think I finished with like a 7.8 when I did that run. I might
Yeah.
have
So
used
the
it, like,
difficulty
once
was
or twice.
slowly increased over time.
yeah,
The first few
Yeah,
bosses.
but it
by
was
the time you get to
still
the
it still
bosses,
felt
it's
like Sephiroth
much
was
higher
walking
difficulty.
through them.
Yeah.
Except for Ganon, which I had to be like, get over him. Hit the tail. Don't
And
turn away from me,
That's
you
why-
bitch! Get back here!
That's why I hate fighting Ganon, because you have to hit his tail specifically. It's like him
I'm
and
like,
Dracula.
how do you have a fucking 8-foot sword and can't reach his tail? Hit the fucking tail!
Welcome to Advent 7, where a group of weebs laments not being able to get any tail.
I mean,
speak for yourself,
Thanks, Tony.
bruh.
Thanks for that.
Oh
Speak for
man, I'm
yourself.
sorry. I'm gonna go cry and hug my wife and
Like,
pat
two-
my
two-
children on the head.
Two of the guys here have two of the guys here have wives, first of all, and another guy has a girlfriend of 3 years. So, I'd say speak for yourself there.
It's like, thanks for rubbing in the salt, Andrew. Thank you.
Hey, Tony's the one that brought up the discussion.
They're the
just-
ones complaining about the tail, not me. I'm just here to point out the facts.
So yeah, no, it is boss rush mode. So I miss boss rush mode from Brawl, and I
Oh my,
always
yes.
felt like they should have had one. The only thing that makes me sad is that it's not an official mode. You can't play with any character. Yeah,
I mean, you
gotta-
could just
gotta
always
play
go
with
back to
Sephiroth.
World of Light and do that.
I mean, was that a thing? Yeah, I guess that was in World of Light.
Yeah, where
there
you
was a
could
part
just
where you
go
played all the
through
bosses
and
at
get
once.
a whole bunch of them again.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because right now I'm on like my 3rd World of Light run and I already got all the spirits. All of them are level 99. And
Yeah.
I'm kind of at the point of, fuck, what do I do now? I can train them in each dojo style. Yes.
Yeah, but
cool.
you're running out of
You
stuff
go
to
to
do.
Kraid, go learn how to be a giant monster. You go over to Slowpoke. No, that doesn't teach you anything. Go with let's go with Kid and Anna. Try to learn ninja style. What's ninja style? Yeah, that's stupid. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I guess it technically is there. I really do miss being able to fight bosses like Rayquaza and Taboo.
Oh,
Um,
that was such a good
part of me still kind of feels like the reason why Galleon is even in this game as a boss is because they couldn't secure like a Metal Gear Solid robot as a boss. Because that surrounding you fight Galleon in is kind of it's kind of like Shadow Moses Island, I'm pretty sure.
Well, and it's kind of a thing where when you do Snake's run, he is the final boss of the
Yeah.
whole thing. And that was how I got my 9.9 off the board.
Oh,
Was
sick.
like, oh, yeah, actually, this one's just really easy. So it's like, okay, I'll try that out. Use tickets.
Yeah, and just crank
Nice.
out your rewards that way. I haven't tried that route yet. I should do that. I haven't beaten it on like top intensity. I'm trying to do that with either Samus or Kirby right now. But my
Yeah,
try is the
that's
same.
tricky. Funny enough, the last challenge for me to beat everything off of the wall is do 200 quick play battles.
Oh yeah.
Which
That
is
works.
just like, oh right, this isn't a one-player game because fucking
This is
COVID
a
has
party
prevented me from
game.
playing with other. Yeah, this is like multiple people. Okay, yeah, that sounds like an idea.
It's like we're supposed to have friends to do things.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, if we do roll call in my house, like my wife is not super into Smash nearly as much as I am. My kids are too. Buster fucking sucks at that game. He's a fucking weeb, but he sucks at that game. Every single time I pass him a controller, it's like he's not doing anything.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So, let's see. What about the stage? Do you guys like the stage?
I love the stage.
It's pretty
I
cool.
really do. Like, the only concern I've ever heard about it is that it might induce motion sickness for some people. But
yeah.
It just
That's
kind of like
about it.
slowly descend into this like volcano-looking thing, and then quickly flies back out. I have not
so
played
there's not
Final
really a
Fantasy VII,
gimmick
so
to the stage, which is fine. I actually really like that. I think the last time that we had a new stage added, I was super happy about. Weirdly enough, was the SNK arena.
I
I
love
like
the
that
King of
idea
Fighters.
you don't-
The walls. The
King of
walls.
Fighters
You
Stadium is
don't get knocked out until you get hit by enough damage, and it's like, okay, this is fun. I always loved making the box in Arena Creator where it's just like, okay, there's one opening, hit someone hard enough that they either clip through the wall or go through the ceiling.
Yeah, definitely. No, I like that at the King of Fighters Stadium. Also, I mean, you're fighting in a football field. Like, what's not cool about that?
Yeah, that's true.
So
USA. USA.
it's very American. I love it. So,
Oh, yeah. With fireworks every single time someone dies.
yeah, and Sakurai said himself that this stage. So, what is it called again? It's called the was it the something?
The Great Northern Crater.
The Great Northern Crater. I thought it was called the Great Northern Cave.
Yeah, cavern.
Okay,
I
fine.
want to say.
Cavern? Yeah, I think that's it.
Great Northern Cavern. Okay. Yeah, well, I like the aesthetic of it. I love how it tells one consistent narrative in the background as you're fighting.
It's just the movie. It's just the movie.
Pretty much.
I mean, it is the end of Final Fantasy VII, and I remember in the reveal, hey, I have to talk about this stage, and I had to bring up spoilers. But y'all are a bunch of fucking weebs that already know how it ended, and it's 20 years old, so
it's
seriously.
20 years old. Please don't complain about this. Like,
What? No, Final Fantasy just came out earlier this summer, right?
Well, the first half
Yeah, the remake did.
The first half did. So even if you played remake, you probably
So
don't
it's
know
technically
how it
not
ends.
even a spoiler.
Yeah. So there you go.
So I'm out of the loop. What's Final Fantasy?
It's weeb shit. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, we good.
All right, cool.
To answer your question, we must first begin with the live stream.
Oh God, no. You
Die, you go back to the planet, you come back as a tree. Sometimes you die again, and then you come back as a and you come back as a pretty hair boy that wants to stab the planet and gain all the powers and become a god. There
Yeah,
you
but
go.
what about the shirts? We haven't talked about him being shirtless yet, which is
Oh,
like a
yeah,
real
well,
disgrace.
I mean, when you're napping in a giant crystal, you really just don't need to wear a shirt. It's super warm in the center of the planet, but make sure that you still wear leather pants. That's for some reason, this is actually necessary.
Stop trying to make this
The
sound
leather pants
logical.
are a must. They are a must.
I don't know about
Yes.
that, fam. Again,
But then you
sexual
get the black
tension.
materia, and then everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So who here has actually unlocked Sephiroth? Who's passed the challenge, regardless of difficulty? Is it everybody but me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. First of all, that sucks. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I'm going to stick with it. So I'm gonna let you guys field his moveset then, because you've all played as Sephiroth by now. I'm gonna let you guys like kind of like tackling like what your favorite moves are and what you think is like severely crazy about his character, and what do you think could be better?
For
All
me,
right, I think I'll let Bronson and Professor Shinobi take the start on this one.
Okay. I definitely think that my favorite move, thematically, is gonna be Giga Flare. Giga Flare is definitely one that you are going to knock someone off the edge. You're going to prep Giga Flare because you're the only one on stage, and you're going to have a huge level explosion. If they do somehow recover fast enough, you're going to release the regular version, or I forget what the middle version is, to make sure
Mega
that
Flare.
Mega Flare, to get the proper range. So it's a really, really good mix-up to make sure that recovery is really, really difficult for them.
Yeah, that's just Sephiroth's thing, isn't it? He just, once you're off the stage, he will kill you.
Oh, yeah. And the real move that you use if you want to go and meteor smash someone, I mean, you could try Hell's Gate and just, like, stab the ground. But what I really like to do is use Cilia, because that counter hits really stinking hard. Like, you think, oh, it's a counter, it's going to miss. It's like, nah, we're going to hit you after I block. It is
Regardless of
so
if you hit me or
rude.
not.
What's up?
It's regardless of if they hit you or not, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that usually if you counter with Ike and you're just standing there like, well, okay, who's going to hit me now? But yeah, no, Sephiroth doesn't wait. It's like, yeah, I'm going to fucking hit you with it. You can technically break the counter if you hit it with a large enough thing. It doesn't reflect projectiles. So it's really good for when people are trying to close the gap and, you know, just hit you because you don't want to be hit by the giant sword. So Cilia is a really solid move on that. Beyond that, I mean, Octoslash is really, really good. You just need to make sure that you point the arrow in the right direction because otherwise you are going to feel shame.
Yeah, so
Don't worry, I used to Wolfman. I know that shame.
Yes,
I love
would.
Octoslash. I'm just gonna say it now.
Dude.
I managed to pull off a couple of things where basically I used it instead of going up, I used it to strike downward. And when you hit the ground, you still can go either direction. So the direction you were tilted at is probably the direction you're gonna keep going along the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to the stage and you're still got like 5 slashes left. You just keep going. And it's so rude, but it's so good.
Oh man, I love Octoslash. I'm still getting used to the whole thing, and we've been cycling through this one where we show Sephiroth stabbing a wall and has the ability to jump from there.
Yeah.
I have not gotten to the point that I'm good enough to do mix-up with that, to be like, okay, I'm going to recover. No, I'm going to stab at the bottom of the stage and then go up. That one's always an awkward move because I keep forgetting it exists.
Sometimes they'll save you though. They'll definitely save you.
They will absolutely save you if you do it right. And speaking of saving, I think the other thing we really need to talk about if we're doing a Sephiroth episode is the one wing mode. So
one wing mode, oh my god,
is something where basically if Sephiroth is in, and I'm using air quotes here, but you can't see me, danger, he will sprout the one black wing. He will be able to triple jump, and he's faster and stronger. Now, danger is kind of weird because it's calculated on a whole bunch of things, like how much stock do I have, how much damage have I taken, how much damage did they have, and it also gets dropped if you KO somebody. So if you're in danger but you KO them, it's like, you're fine now. You lose the wing. So it's interesting, and it's just something that you gotta pick up on. It's not something like, okay, at %, I'm gonna have this, and it's not like Lucario where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna get slowly stronger through the game and I'll just weigh it out. It's just like, do I have the wing? No. Okay, fine, I'm playing this as usual. Do I have the wing? Yes. Let commence the judgment from Mother!
Yeah, no, one wing it's interesting. Like Professor Shinobi has pointed out, you can only get it if you are at advantage. You can get it, but it will take a lot of damage. And once you get it, you've got some of your moves have freaking super armor, which is fucking bullshit.
All of your charge moves have super armor, so it's like, okay, you want to get close? Fine, I don't care. You're getting hit too. Oh man, also the biggest downside is that if you use Giga Flare and someone reflects it,
oh, you're going to
welcome
die.
Oh, the damage
You're
on
going
that.
to die.
It's
shame and falling off of the
unworldly.
stage. And you probably need to hand the guy $2 because something happened, and you probably just owe him money after that. It's gone.
I mean, if you even dare to use Giga Flare against a character that has Reflect and you didn't even set it up, like, you deserve to be reflected back at.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sakurai even
the
said himself.
thing comes into play.
Sakurai
That's
said
why you
that
set up with the Shadow Flare.
a reflected Giga Flare can kill you at 0 potentially.
Wow.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's how insane it is. So
Yeah,
you
no,
don't
Giga
want to
Player-
fucking get hit by that. Imagine 8-player Smash, someone Sephiroth, and they're just waiting for the right clusterfuck. Oh, it would be awful. Absolutely awful. Like, they shoot it at fucking Palutena. Palutena reflects it. Sephiroth jumps out of the way and hits like 6 other people.
Yeah.
The kills you would rack up.
Well, for 8-player
I
Smash,
mean-
I feel like my favorite thing to do, and this pisses off a lot of people, is that I'll play Robin, and I'll play charge, and then I use Thorin across the stage, hit 6 people, and everyone's like, where the fuck was this guy?
Yeah, using Thorin
And I'm
on
like,
a group,
hi,
on a
I'm
group
Robin,
Smash.
I'm charging stuff. And it's like, I'll approach. Arc fire. Wait, the book is broken. Wait, no, ah!
Yeah,
I used to just drop trees on people in 8-player Smashes.
Yo, my
Oh,
God,
yeah.
yes.
Village
Thorin
and
in
8-player
Smash
Smash.
is like my favorite pastime. or doing like a reverse warlock in a group of people. That's also
Oh, yeah.
it's also a
Definitely.
fun
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
nothing beats a hero kamikaze in a big group of people.
Okay, that is disgusting. You're absolutely disgusting. Get out of here.
All right.
I
Another thing
It's
that we
worth
do
the
have to
SD.
talk about, since this is a Sephiroth episode, is that we have to talk about this final Smash.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yes,
Supernova.
yes.
It doesn't take 10 years to do though.
It doesn't. You do get a front slash, and it's only in a very small range. But when you get that off, you throw a meteor into the sun, half the planet explodes, and then you get one of like, what is it, 6 random status effects?
Yep.
Where you
It's like,
either you have your shield broken, you're asleep, you get launched, you have your controls reversed, which, oh my god, that's probably the worst one in all honesty.
definitely.
Yeah, because you're definitely gonna go the wrong way, you didn't know, and you're just gonna die. And if you had your shield smashed, it's like, okay, well, I'll just try to wiggle out of this. The common thing that I'll see is that a lot of people will just use the final smash, use Giga Flare because you got time, and then surprise, you're dead.
Yep. There's also the flower effect, so you're gonna build. If someone gets hit and somehow survives, they're still gonna be racking up damage, and then slice with the sword, dead.
And enhanced flower.
We totally missed the Black Snap ability that he has.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
no,
too.
Shadow Flare.
I hate that thing.
Yeah.
So Shadow Flare.
It's homing beacons of destruction.
Yeah, and it does so much for mix-up because it's like, well, they either have the shield or they're going to take damage, so I'm going to go in for a grab. And if
Yeah.
they get hurt, then I'm not going to lose anything off the grab because they're in the stunned animation. And if they shield, then I'm going to grab them, and then they get hit by it.
It's a great
it's a
setup
lot of-
move. You can like just
it's
deal
so
massive
good.
damage and combo into that thing.
The problem
So-
is that you got to snap into it correctly, and your opponent has to be smart about it. It can be reflected, it can be taken by the villager and then thrown later. I love the fact that you can put in a whole bunch of people and be like, now run wild and kill others in your path with my weapon.
So yeah, I did this in Sentry. I played Sephiroth in Sentry Smash, and it was great. I still never got to 100, but having someone set up with like five Shadow Flares on them running around the stage got me like 6 kills. I'm like, hell yeah.
That's really good.
Okay, so quick deviation from the discussion. Have you ever beaten Century Smash?
Yeah, I've done it several times.
Okay,
Takes
yeah.
me
haven't done it.
up to
I had to do that with Ken with special moves only. Okay.
yeah, I still haven't done that.
They just fuck that challenge. I fucking hate it. I did it, but it's so much bullshit that you can't even use wake up attacks. You can't use from ledge attacks. You can't hit a power block with a Shoryuken and it counts. It's just every single special move, and I hated that challenge so fucking much. Because it doesn't auto cancel if it's like, oh, well, you failed. We got to do it again. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you beat everybody. Where's my reward? Fuck you. That's your reward.
Yeah, I kind of wish that those other special modes in Ultimate would give you something for beating it.
Yeah.
But you don't get
I
much.
mean, they give you the satisfaction of saying you killed 100 Miis, and especially someone like me who's made several Miis. I have people like Aang from Avatar: The Last
Oh my
Airbender
goodness.
and Percy
my
Jackson
goodness.
and several OCs show up, and I just start whomping on all of them.
You need to make sure that Brock is-
That's the true all-star lineup right there.
On a side
Right.
note, I've completed all challenges without using the hammers.
Nice.
I mean, that's the only way you do it, man. You can't do it any other way.
I've
But
only got one to do.
you use
for
hammers,
that.
you're a wimp.
I can't remember if I've used a hammer yet. I feel like I'm going to at some point because I just don't want to do some of this stuff.
The easiest one. So one of them is that you have to beat 3 people in Cruel Smash.
Oh, Sephiroth did it! I did it with Sephiroth! I killed 3 people on Cruel Smash!
Really?
Nice.
Okay. Well, gee, that takes the wind out of what I was gonna say. Is that you either play as Lucina or you play Jigglypuff, and you just play "Let's go underneath the stage and lure people to their deaths."
That's always a good.
Yeah, and it totally worked. And I'm like, we take those W's. We're good.
Cruel Smash is the devil's taint of a challenge, but I still can't believe I managed to actually. Because I'm almost 100% sure I cheesed them, but Sephiroth has my highest score right now of 3 defeats.
Nice.
So going back
so-
to the... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say back to Shadow Flare.
Yeah.
It's a great finisher too if you time it right. You can
Oh,
get them
yeah.
close to edge, and then they get spammed by it, and then they die.
Yep.
Yep, you
There
just
is no
launch them
recovery.
off the stage, Shadow Flare hits them, they're dead.
Ugh.
What were you saying, Tony?
So I think for me, and this may have already been covered, and I just don't understand the terminology. One of my favorite Sephiroth moves is the down aerial spike.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
mostly a Link main, and I prefer bouncing up and down, but the speed at which you can recover from being hoisted into the sky and then the damage you deal is just insane. I love it.
It was called Hell's
yeah.
Gate.
Hell's
Hell's
Gate.
Gate
Yep.
is the one where he drops down with the sword straight into the earth. It's a reference to when he kills Aerith/Eris.
Yeah.
I bet Spencer would like that with the way he plays Kirby.
Oh my goodness. Probably
As a
like because
corner
Spencer
main, I
uses
appreciate
Kirby's
Hell's
down B
Gate.
a lot. Kirby.
Okay,
I
so
mean, he hasn't done that in a while.
It's true. He's a min waifu idiot now. Sorry,
He made
Spencer.
him buy the DLC, so he decided he was only going to use Min Min.
Spencer, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I think you're a great Min player, but at the same time, like, oh my goodness, I really just can't stand Min's range.
Oh, I fucking hate it.
This coming from Mr. PK Fire himself. I
Okay,
mean,
that's not. When was the last time you and I played Smash together? That was like 6 years ago,
year
man.
ago.
That was last week. 2 weeks ago.
But
you haven't used...
the last time that I like played against him as Ness, like spam PK Fire, that was like in college.
So I didn't realize you changed your main to Samus. I wanted to bring this up earlier because I've been practicing against Ness and Lucas just to fight you, and now that you're Samus, I'm thrown for a loop.
Oh yeah, dude, I don't play as Ness or Lucas that much anymore.
Just
we
play
gotta take
someone
up
with
the college
reflect.
meta.
You're good.
I mean, I'm actually slowly becoming a Terry guy. So, you know,
Are you okay?
Prepare for that.
who's
I
Buster Wolf?
am gonna be okay once I master that special Buster Wolf that shows up when you get like the go symbol next to his name. That move
You
is
gotta get
sick.
you gotta get those quarter circle training in, man.
I've been practicing, and I'm getting pretty good at it, if I do say so myself. Like I'm pretty happy about it. There's nothing more fulfilling than being able to actually master button combos for a Street Fighter-esque character.
Yeah, quarter circle command is like the equivalent of doing push-ups at the. Like you got to do it. There's no way around it. Just keep doing quarter circles.
Yeah.
I will say that I cannot play Street Fighter characters at all.
They take a lot of effort. That is true, and
Well, that's why I can't master them.
well. I mean, I have never really won in an 8-player Smash with Terry or Ken or Ryu, but I can kind of do it.
8-player smashes don't count.
Yeah, they
for
don't. It's
that.
true. They don't count. Like if you win 8-player Smash, it's because the stars aligned for you, man. Let's be honest.
Yeah, like
here.
you
True.
either played really douchey at the corner or
Foreign.
Foreign! Everybody, another train. Watch out.
all right. So back to Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think we talked about the. Well, actually, I do want to bring up his freaking back throw. Teleports you. His back throw teleports you.
It literally
That's nuts.
teleports behind you. It's nothing personal.
It's absolutely nuts.
Omae wa mo shinderu.
I feel like he says "Oh my wa" whenever he uses flare. Whatever. No,
Kinda-
not Flare.
kinda sounds
Shadow Flare.
We speak in Japanese. I don't know.
We
Yeah.
did miss one detail, though.
What's that?
I
Did
believe
we?
this is I saw this on Twitter earlier, so I'm copying someone, of course. But I think this is the first official media where we have seen Sephiroth with nipples. All the previous shirt lists didn't have them.
I mean,
What?
that's some detail right there. Details.
Wait,
The devil is in the details.
you're saying he does have nipples in this game, but not in most
Yeah.
previous iterations?
I think so.
I mean,
I'd have to look
You'd
this up,
think
but
it'd be the other way around.
have
That's
you seen the original Final Fantasy VII?
that. I mean, eye per detail, man. You gotta make those
this
nipples
is new
perfect.
content.
Sexual tension. This man is sexual tension personified. Oh my god!
Sakurai gave
No wonder.
Sephiroth nipples, and for that he is all powerful.
And we don't
need
get
to respect
and we don't get my Shiranui. Man, what is the world coming
Oh
to?
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
this
the
is
other-
probably better than my Shiranui, but still.
Well, and the other aspect that we haven't talked about for Sephiroth is that with every character, there needs to be a Kirby transformation.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, I love
Huh?
Kirby's
I haven't
Sephiroth.
officially
Oh,
seen it yet.
Best Kirby,
Kirby
hat.
gets like Edgeworth hair from Phoenix Wright.
Best Kirby
So
hair.
great.
It's just Kirby with the wig, and it's adorable.
Best Kirby hat.
He flings out
Well,
like a
that's the-
Giga Flare, right?
Yeah,
he gets
that's
Giga
the
Flare.
neutral B.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh.
Just another reason why Kirby's so great.
I'll have to look it up exactly where this was, but there was a web comic where he's like Sephiroth is walking through everybody like in the trailer, and then it cuts to just Kirby sitting there at his feet. Whoa!
Mother, was this what you were running from? The entity from the stars? I look into his eyes and I see nothing but a void, all consuming. God, is this what fear feels like?
Whoa!
Fear and respect this thing
No, no, no.
forever now.
More terrifying than the death stare in Kirby's deadless pupils. It's great.
Yes. Memes that I've seen recently is that someone translated One Wing Angel into a Kirby style song while having Kirby looking like Sephiroth in the corner holding a sword.
I think like it was not even 1 hour after Sephiroth's reveal that I saw somebody on Twitter post a picture of Kirby just like floating in the air in Sephiroth's place with this sword and hair. I'm
Yep.
like, damn, I love it. This is just another reason why I love Smash. Another thing about his moveset. So the Hell's Gate, right? Goes through platforms, goes through ledges. Damn.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Like a,
So Johnny Dangerously, it shoots through schools.
What?
It shoots through schools. There's a line in a movie called Johnny Dangerously that he pulls out a gun like a quarter of the size of Masamune from his shirt jacket, and it's like my new gun? It shoots through schools.
That
my
is
God.
unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. I haven't seen that. That scares me. But so
Johnny
this,
Dangerously is a great movie that the intro is sung by Weird Al Yankovic.
okay, never mind. I'm interested now.
Yeah.
it's like, you got him
Great
back.
movie.
You got him back.
Wow, man, that was the quickest way you could have reeled me back into that. Nice.
I can't remember if I said this on stream or not, but his Sephiroth's up tilt, where he just makes you a pole dancer.
Yes.
God.
On Battlefield, that hits top platform sweet spot. It's beautiful.
Palutena, I have the highest reach of any attack, Sephiroth.
It's
Hold
so not
myself.
fair.
Hold my cloud.
It's so
Hold
not
him
fair.
closer. Let him feel the fact that I have nipples. That's right.
No, 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 no.
It's just like, so he's
Smash
got
will know despair.
the craziest reach, and the way I did find it very interesting how Sakurai described how the damage worked on different parts of the sword. If it's a slash, the damage comes from the center of the blade.
Just past
Well,
the center, just
the-
like a real katana.
Yeah, like the highest
really
damage
cool.
output is near the center, while if he stabs, the damage output is at the tip.
Yep.
So it's just
Eye
it's
for
very
detail. So much detail. Just like
like,
a,
it's
just like a
it's
real
great.
sword.
Yeah, it works like a real sword. And that's why I was like, oh wow. I mean, I know he's Japanese and all, but this is great. This is freaking great.
Is it
As a
probably
katana
called Sakurai
enthusiast-
a fucking weeb if he's already Japanese, or is that just we call him a fucking?
You could be a weeb for your own culture.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Just be a patriotic weeb. Yeah, so that's pretty much his
Redundant
moveset in a
weeb.
nutshell.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna miss the Sephiroth challenge when it goes away in a few days, but I will not stop until I beat him on very hard. If I don't get him at all in the next couple days, then that's a shame I'm pretty much never going to run away from.
So the thing about that challenge also, that we talked about it as a speed run, the current fastest run that I can find right now, with video proof, is VEG doing it in 2.58 seconds.
Who?
VEG, he's a speedrunner in a lot of different games. If you ever watch Summoning Salt, he comes up a lot in both Mario Kart and I believe Wii Sport Golf.
Okay, cool.
Wii Sport Golf? Oh my god.
It's actually really good. But he does it in 2.58 seconds. Literally, his whole plan is pick Mr. Game & Watch, run in front of Sephiroth, press side B, pray it's a 9.
Yeah, pretty
Pray
much.
he
Just
doesn't
run up
die.
and smack with the hammer and just hope you get lucky. It's pretty great.
The current fastest loss I've ever seen is like in half a second, the hero from Dragon Age shows up, uses the first B ability he's got. It's like, congratulations,
You have used kamikaze.
that's
like,
an L.
ruh-roh.
That's an L.
Yeah, it's like, well,
I'm just
it's not
gonna
working this
say
time.
I would prefer that to the 9. Like that's just more thematic.
Yeah, I tried to pull a 9 on Sephiroth while fighting the challenge, and I never even hit him with the hammer once. He just kept running circles around me.
Yeah,
Just
if
gotta
you
keep
use a
at it,
silly
man.
on that, then you're just fucked. And then it's like, okay, restart.
Mm-hmm.
That is another thing that I one of the disappointing things about this was that there was no retry button.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I really
you
wish
just
they had
have
a
to
retry
quit.
option
Get the
instead of
character.
Choose your fighter every single time.
By the way, the menu for Sephiroth challenge, I liked that whole like Final
beautiful.
Fantasy-esque that graphic they used. Like that was cool.
And the sound effects. Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
works
so
so well.
heartfelt, so true to the series. So
Andrew, do you want me to spoil something about when you beat him?
no,
Don't do
Okay.
it.
no, I want to see it on my own. It'll
Okay.
I'll
happen.
spoil it. I'll spoil it
I'll
for
tell
you.
you. I'll tell
Let's
you.
do
You
it.
unlock
on
Sephiroth.
do it.
Christmas if you haven't done it.
The spoil is you unlock Sephiroth.
Awesome.
How dare
Man,
you?
you son of a
That's-
bitch! You stole that from me.
I mean, Sakurai told us in the direct, so
It was supposed to be a surprise.
God dang it.
Sorry. I'm just a troll. I'm a killjoy.
Well,
and you
I
believe
think-
everything Sakurai tells you about Smash? Let's be real. He said no Goku. We want Goku. It's gonna happen.
Shut the
We're gonna
f-
get Goku.
we're not getting Goku.
Great.
No!
There's no
We're
way.
getting Luffy, obviously.
The thing that hurts me the most is that
I'd
he
rather
said
have-
no Ridley. He said no Ridley for like almost 20 years. And then it happened, okay? Sakurai will cave if the internet pressures him enough. That scares me.
So I think
No
he played
Goku.
Project M and fell in love with him. He just played one of those hacks. It's like we need him. He's good.
I'm just gonna say
He plays
if we
fucking
did get an
Mugen
anime
online.
character,
It's like, who do I need from this roster?
Well,
And he
Sorry,
chooses
Sephiroth?
Ben 10.
10 fighters in one. I like it. Even
It-
better
it's
than
like-
Pokemon Trainer.
yeah,
Man,
it's like
that would be
Pokemon
like the
Trainer on
worst thing
steroids.
at Peak, where it's like, okay, I need to transform into number 7. Transform, and I'm hit again.
No,
Transform.
Yeah,
they would make
yeah.
they would make
Finally.
it like Cloud's Monado arts. Oh, a
Yeah,
dial.
they.
Oh my
Honestly, I don't think they should. I think they should replicate like the first arc of Ben 10 where like Ben would like press an alien and he
Oh,
would
it's
get a
just
different
random?
alien. Like it would
Oh,
be
just
random,
random.
or he'd choose accelerate and he would get forearms instead. He's like, "Oh crap." Like
It's
I think
because
that's how
he
it should
slapped
be.
in the watch. Every time you
Or-
slap the watch, it would turn the dial slightly.
Yeah. So either you do down B and you don't get to choose what alien you turn to, you just turn a random alien, or yeah, it brings up the Monado arts for Shulk. But like every 1 out of 3 times you bring up the Monado art style aliens, and whoever you pick, that's
wrong.
not who you get. Yeah, it's wrong.
Ben 10 is just a troll
That'd be
character.
hilarious.
This has been our pitch for Ben 10 for Smash. Get the hashtag circulating, everybody.
I would gladly have Ben 10 instead of Goku.
Ben
Real
10
quick.
too long.
Since we're on the topic of troll characters, or anime characters, honestly, if we were to get an anime character, I'd rather have Edward Elric.
I mean,
for
that'd be
sure.
interesting.
I feel
Pretty
like
cool.
alchemy
I'll
would
go
be
for it.
awesome in this.
We already
Yeah.
have magic. It checks out.
And it works with them changing up how all the stages work because of Steve. So now we know exactly what materials are in all the stages.
Ooh,
Well,
that's a
yeah.
good
The
point.
problem is that it's not an anime sword fighter, so therefore the person we're gonna get is Kirito.
Yes, actually,
Oh,
you're probably
God.
right.
You know,
My answer is it's going to be
He's
Luffy,
done it
but we're
in
not going to
video
get it
games.
until they find the One Piece.
You know what is video game original? Genshin Impact.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
we could get some anime waifus up in here.
I'd be down
There's
for
not
that.
enough
We
female
already-
representation.
It's like
yeah, I mean,
Breath
we
of
already
the
have
already
Xenoblade
enough,
Chronicles in here. So.
Wild, and it shows up in Smash.
Yeah, let's just do Genshin Impact characters. Have a Genshin Impact stage. I'd be down for that.
Oh man, I don't want to do the Genshin Impact challenge where it's
Wait,
just
we already have.
Pay us $5 and keep rolling to see if you actually unlock the character you wanted.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Please
Evil.
never turn this beloved Smash game that I know into a gotcha game.
Do it.
I would hate my life.
I want
I
it.
would hate it.
I want it. It would be the push I needed to finally get into gacha. Like, I've
No,
sworn out gacha
Andrew,
my whole
no.
life, but screw it. I do it this time.
Andrew,
I'd
you
leap
don't
into
need
it for Smash Brothers.
You don't need it.
Take my money.
Don't take his money.
The
He
PNGs
needs
aren't
that.
worth it, man. They're
Yes,
not
they
worth it.
are. The PNGs understand me. You don't.
Can I just say we already have Genshin Impact? We have Breath of the Wild Link.
I mean, yeah.
It's true.
But he's
need
not Breath of the Wild Linkle. That's the problem.
That is the problem.
Soon,
that is
guys.
the
We're missing a major
DLC
detail.
player skin?
I'd be down for that.
Buy it.
You would
We're
buy it.
missing
Oh, yeah,
the
no.
most important video game character. We have all these weeaboo Japanese ones. What if we had Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in Smash?
Yes, I was saying
I mean,
this
it was
earlier.
the number one sports
He's a
game
video
this
game
year.
character. Yes, it
Okay,
won Game
the
Awards.
Pit is gonna be OP and it needs to be nerfed.
I want a rail
Wait,
slide
but-
on Minecraft Steve's face.
Wait. But you guys, that would be awesome. But he's not a video game character first.
He's a person.
He's a real person.
In my heart, he's a video game character.
Or is
Like
maybe
Tony
that's the
Hawk is actually a
conspiracy.
person that nobody recognizes until
Yeah,
they're
right.
like,
Unless
"Wait,
he
are you
holds
Tony
a
Hawk?"
skateboard.
He was
holding
the
the
first VTuber.
Oh man.
Well,
I
I
actually remember one of the funniest interactions he's ever mentioned. He got the. Are you Tony Hawk? Yes, I am. Why?
Yeah, I remember that, and he's just like, I had no idea what to say to that.
I love the one. You look a lot like that one skater, Tony Hawk. Huh? You know, I get that a lot.
Yep. Specifically, he gets those words a lot.
Yes.
Well, I think we're kind of bridging out of the Sephiroth discussion. We've kind of
there's
covered
one-
as much as we
there's
could.
one-
Talk to the moveset.
One more thing I have to praise:
What's that?
the win screen.
Oh my god!
That's
Sakura's a goddamn nerd,
Right.
and I love him for it.
Yeah,
I
it's great.
adore this win screen the most.
Everything's on fire.
He
Yeah,
just
like, he's
walks
just-
into the fire.
Yeah, like
So evil.
badass incarnate. It's just
Original glory. Yeah.
peak Chad. It's just beautiful.
The truest of Chad energies right there.
Yes, and that's why he's my main now.
It's a pretty great windscreen. I
Before
forget who I was talking about that would have like an awful windscreen. Oh, the Fortnite characters. If Fortnite characters came to Smash,
Oh,
then they do a
They would
Fortnite
have an
dance during
awful
their during their
everything.
windscreen. It would be the most insulting, like salt
would-
rubbing victory.
I would refund my fighter's pass and go back and only buy the other characters.
Don't let that poisoning your cop. I would buy it for the Fortnite dances.
No, you wouldn't, Andrew. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
You
I'd
say
buy
that.
it so I could
You
floss
say
on
that
people.
as a troll, but you don't know what you
Hey,
bring.
Oh,
Kirby,
I know
my-
what I'm bringing.
my
My
weed.
worst fear already got granted with the last DLC fighter. At this point,
Except
I'm
that
all
you
in.
love him.
I enjoy Steve now. I know we had that whole podcast discussion about how much I couldn't understand Steve being in the game. And I'm gonna be real, I still don't understand why he's in the game. I still don't understand why even like
Money.
my girlfriend, like I said to her, like I've never met anybody who plays Minecraft to this day. Like I don't know anybody right
me.
now who plays Minecraft. She raises her hand, and I leap out of the couch and I look at her. I'm like, when? I've known you for years, and you've never once mentioned Minecraft. How?
Hey, Andrew, do you want me to blow your mind?
No.
I play Minecraft.
Shut up.
Hey,
Love that
hey,
game.
Andrew. I've been playing Minecraft for a long time.
You told me.
Since-
You told me
since
like
20, since it first came out, just about.
you mentioned
Beta
you
days
mentioned
for
it
me.
during the podcast that you've been playing Minecraft. And like I'm not as surprised. Like I know you play a lot of different games. It was just like
That's true.
I never once heard her or several other people I knew very closely in person mention this game over the past like 5 years. So what boggled my mind is that anybody even wanted Steve in the game. And when it happened, like all these supporters came out of the woodwork. It crashed Twitter. I couldn't understand that.
Yeah.
I still don't get it. So I stand by a lot of what I said in that podcast. However,
That's fair.
Steve is probably the most fun DLC character I've played as so far. Like he's the one I've had the most fun with since Ultimate came out. So
That,
Well,
uh,
he doesn't
that-
like Sephiroth, so that's probably right.
yeah,
That
imagine
interaction you had with your girlfriend reminds me a lot of like, when were you gonna tell me about this?
yeah. When were you going?
Were you hiding this from me this whole time?
I don't even know you.
I feel like I can't trust you.
All right, before we wrap up, we should talk about the Mii characters that were added. Unless I
Sure,
missed it
sure.
when I disconnected.
I think we did kind
No,
of talk
we
about
briefly
characters,
but-
mentioned it.
but yeah, you can talk about it if you want to.
So yeah, our Mii Fighter Pass gave us what 5 new costumes. We got the man Barrett with his gun arm for the gunners. We got Tifa fucking Lockhart for the brawlers.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Sweet Aerith who will hit you with a chair in the sword fighter category. And this is interesting
From the
because
top rope.
it's interesting that Aerith has a staff instead of just a sword. I think she's the first character to actually have like a different weapon that still works as a sword for a sword
Right.
fighter.
Well, I mean, they had the like lipstick thing, didn't they?
Oh, Lip
the-
Lapon.
Yeah,
Panel Lapon. Girl.
I can't remember the
Yeah.
character.
She's the character that the lipstick item is based off of.
I think her name is Ashley.
yeah,
is what-
Ashley from Wario, I think.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we're talking about
yeah.
the girl from WarioWare, the one with the black
Yeah.
hair. Okay, her.
Her theme is amazing, by the way.
Is-
In Smash,
It's pretty fun. Yeah.
But yeah, so we got that. We got the Chocobo hat back, which once again, it was in Smash 4, so it's weird that it wasn't already in the game. But whatever, Sakurai. You do you. And then the eternal salt for the community is that Gino is now a Mii character, so he is essentially deconfirmed.
Did not
Thank
mention that
God.
yet. Yeah, right?
Yeah, that was kind of like,
Guys,
Dino's
guys.
gone, guys. He's not showing up as an official character. Here's his corpse. You can wear it.
All right, so real quick, I have the sword fighter select outfit open real quick, and people who do not have swords technically is the maid outfit with a broom, the Ashley outfit with a like mace looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Vince's outfit has a paintbrush. Lip
Oh.
outfit has a flower.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Monkey suit has a freaking club.
That's kind of scary.
The Viridi outfit also has a staff.
Hmm.
So no,
Yeah,
she's
no, it's a
not-
magic
she's
staff.
not
So
the first.
She's not the first. It just feels like, because it's like a normal weapon. All the other ones are kind of stylized, at least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I kind of thought that was a cool touch that she uses the staff as a sword. I like it.
Which is funny because at least from what I remember from Final Fantasy VII remake, from the remake, it's like the staff is it's used to produce magic. So, just like, but you're just gonna hit people with that?
Yeah, I
mean,
guit so.
Have you ever been hit by a big stick made of
Yes,
metal?
actually.
Like, it hurts.
Well, not made of metal.
Yes,
but...
they have a brother, so I have.
It is an effective weapon, regardless of if you use it for magic.
Yes, true. And Aerith is one of those people who will smile in your face and then whack you with a stick.
Yep.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think the first news release I saw on my Google recommended feed after the Game Awards came out was not a mention of Sephiroth. It was Super Smash Brothers Geno reveal, but it's not the reveal that you wanted. And I'm like, oh my god, let it
I
go.
think Geno's fine as
Let
a Mii
it go.
outfit.
Yeah, it's fine
Who
as a Mii
cares?
outfit.
You get your assets. You can have fun. You can fight as them. We don't need a million clones, right? It's just
No,
it's
they're
Smash,
not
have fun.
clones. They're Echo Fighters.
We
Yeah,
already
what's
have a
different?
million clones because each Mii Fighter variation is a clone of itself.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I
Thanks,
feel
Nintendo.
I feel for the Geno fans out there. I'm probably not going to get my pie in the sky character. We all know who it is. It's Sora. But Geno just, I can see why Nintendo chose to not go with it. Sakurai has said in the past that he had considered Geno as a playable character, so I'm sure that got a lot of people's hopes up. At least he acknowledges the character enough that you got a Mii costume, because
Right.
I don't know anybody who's played Super Mario RPG. Have you played it, Professor Shinobi?
I have not. Although our mutual acquaintance Austin definitely had.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Austin is a massive weeb, so I can believe that.
Oh yeah,
I
he's a
wanted
fucking
to
weeb.
play it.
But
Ed
I want to play it
may
too.
have? I'd have to ask him.
I
What's up?
just don't think it has the same widespread appeal that Sephiroth does. So it makes sense. And this kind of goes in the face of the last DLC discussion we had about Steve. But I mean, I acknowledged Minecraft had widespread appeal. I hadn't heard anybody who wanted that character, which was what really blew my mind. With this,
Yeah.
I've heard people say they wanted Geno. I've also heard people say they wanted Sephiroth. I just don't think that if they did a Geno reveal at the Game Awards, it would have had the same response. So
Oh,
No,
it totally
not
would
at
have,
all.
because they would have been like, "We finally did it! We finally broke him!"
Yeah, and I can't. I can't be understated how much I couldn't just my break room. Otherwise, they would think something was wrong.
yeah. I just think that at least we have Geno's a Mii costume. Sakurai acknowledges it's there, but take what you can get, right? Rather than damning him, at least he did something, right? Just didn't outright ignore the character.
Right.
And
So-
as far as
so, yeah.
Geno goes, I was just gonna say, as far as Geno goes, he was in one game over a quarter century ago. Sure, there may be some fans that really wanted him, but he's not going to move units, not like Sephiroth has.
No.
Like I mentioned, the one I got from my uncle, that was only because Sephiroth came out. And I'm going to spend 6, 12, however many more dollars to keep buying him his DLC for whoever wants it. I wouldn't do that with Geno. He's neat, but he's not. He doesn't move the numbers.
Yeah, I think that's ultimately a very important thing, is that Nintendo is a company and they want to make sure that when they release a character, it's not just, oh, this is cool, but it's going to get someone to buy it.
Yeah. They want to
Numbers
they,
be
they
damned,
wanna-
I still want imposter.
They want to aim for as wide.
Hey, they're adding new animations, so that's getting closer and closer. And they added it
Aw,
on Switch.
Imagine,
it's just-
$5.
imagine if we got Among Us spirits, though. I think that'd be pretty freaking cool.
I'd be
guys.
okay with that.
I'd be okay
I'd be
with
I mean,
that.
yeah. I'd be
Yeah.
okay with that.
Could be fun.
Who knows, man? Maybe someday. We have Resident Evil spirits. We have Astral Chain spirits. I think pretty much anything goes by that point. So,
Wait, we have Resident Evil shit?
yes.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
we have Resident Evil and Astral Chain.
Yep. There's
Yeah, I remember
so
the Astral
many.
Chain event.
There's so many games that have gotten spirits added over time, just kind of randomly. Even
Yep.
Pokemon Sword Shield had spirits added later on. So, who knows? It's possible. So anyways, yeah, I just, it's a good thing you mentioned that, Trey. I would have forgotten to mention the whole Geno controversy. So, but overall, I'm happy that we have Sephiroth. I can't wait to beat him someday. So then I guess to wrap this up, to wrap this up before
I believe in you.
Before we close out this podcast, we talked about meme characters, but for each of you, if you could pick one actual serious prediction for the next DLC fighter, who do you guys think it would be? I can go first. I think it's gonna be Crash. I thought Crash was gonna be this one. I'm fine that he wasn't, but I think that Crash just makes way too much sense, and the stars have aligned pretty well for him. I think it makes more sense than Dante. So I think Crash.
But we could have had Dante though.
Okay. Mighty Keith's video, Keith Crew's video about when Steve came out. He's like, we could have had Dante. We could have had Dante.
What the hell is this?
What the hell is this? Looking at Minecraft World. Yeah. Anybody else?
I kind of have a long shot, but I would like to put out one prediction there. If anyone's familiar with Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, Miriam.
I've heard of that. Is that
the main character from Bloodstained?
Castlevania.
No, it's not a Castlevania game.
It's legally distinct from Castlevania.
It's legally distinct. That's all that matters.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
No,
okay.
I'm saying it's that style of game.
Yeah. Okay. It's
literally
a
made by the guy who made Castlevania.
Okay. Well, then there you go. There you go. All right. Sure. That'd be pretty fun, actually.
I mean, we have
think
Simon.
She
Why
would
not?
have a good moveset. She would be popular enough. She fits the criteria for has been out for a while. Started out in a video game. No other things where it's like, oh well, I want to Shrek.
Shrek for Smash win?
No.
Shrek
told me that. No.
Shrek's
mine is a long shot.
Shrek's victory screen is Fortnite dancing.
Has a shot.
I think that would be cool.
Shrek would floss as he's like doing his victory screen.
Oh god.
Andrew, stop speaking things into existence.
I don't want to go into random lobbies. It's like, okay, what's the theme for this one? Somebody want no, please.
I would be blasting that playing Shrek.
Imagine Smash All-Star music, Smash Mouth All-Star, Smash Mouth X Smash Brothers.
Someone needs to make that image of Smash Mouth X Smash Brothers.
I'm sure it exists somewhere.
Somebody's probably made it. Tony, do you have any ideas?
Yeah, so there's a couple things I want to see. I don't have any predictions because my finger's not on the pulse with this. But
who you want to see?
From old IP, I think a Ratchet and Clank team combo could be fun. Much like you have Duck Hunt working together in some of the newer DLC.
Banjo.
We also, yeah, exactly. That's what brought it to my mind. A couple other things is I would love to see some new Zelda characters in there, like some of the champions. They could be a lot of fun. We don't have. I mean, we have some, but we don't have a whole bunch of Zelda property.
Hashtag Mifa best girl.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. And then the last one on my mind is, we probably won't see it, but since you brought up Castlevania and the Metroidvania games, Hollow Knight's pretty popular, and I think he would be a decent character. It's another sword fighter, I know, but he's a little different.
I thought Shovel Knight would be a good character, but look where we are.
Well, Shovel Knight's...
He's in the game.
Shovel Knight at least has a character model.
You're
That's true.
Right.
Okay, but if Miriam actually does make it, then it would make it super awkward because Shovel Knight also shows up in Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
That's right.
I mean, it's just like Min Min when she came in, and it's just like, but Springman and Ribbon Girl, how dare you?
Well, Min Min was the most popular character. That was just like they even did a poll, and the creator or director of the game was like, "Yeah, I want Min Min in Smash." It's like, bruh.
But Ninjara!
The simping vibes are too real. Even the director of the game is a simp.
Yeah, so my picks, as anyone who's a fan of us will know by now, I'm a Pokemon stan. We'll live and die by the Pokeball. But So it's going to be a Gen 8 rep. My top picks are, my main one is a Toxtricity pick. So Toxtricity, if anyone doesn't know, is a new poison electric type Pokemon introduced in Gen 8. So it could be really interesting. It uses sound-based moves. But I also have a pick for using the Sword and Shield mascots, Zacian and Zamazenta, as a switch in, kind of like how Pokemon Trainer works, but instead they just switch in and out for each other.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I mean,
Sword Doggo would be awesome.
Yeah.
Hells
yeah. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
My non-Pokemon pick is gonna be like someone from it'd be like the main character from Hades, maybe.
Oh, that could be cool.
Zagreus.
Hades
His name
was
is
very
Zagreus.
popular this past year.
That
I
game
think that'd be a great plug.
Yeah.
I think the only concern that I would have is that
It's too
that
new.
game is very new, and I think
Yeah.
that's a big problem. Is that they have to have it in development for X amount of time, and Hades,
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure, came out this year. As a
Yep.
future release, I'd say he's on the table.
Yeah.
And someday we will get a Smash 6, and they'll need way more characters for that, because we're getting, close to 100
we're
now.
not getting the Smash 6.
Yeah.
Sakurai's going to die after this, and then we can't get any more games.
I imagine
Don't
one of
you
two
dare
things
curse.
is going to happen. He's either never coming back to Smash, and Smash 6 will have half as many characters.
And it will suck.
And it will
Behind
suck.
many more paywalls.
Yes. The DLC would be more expensive. One of two, either that or Sakurai is just going to keep adding to Smash Ultimate until the day he dies. One of the two.
I'm okay with that.
I'd even be okay with Smash Ultimate being on the next platform, too, because it's a solid engine. They keep having DLC. There's no real complaints. And by real complaints, I mean valid. There's people complaining for sure, but Smash Ultimate's fucking awesome.
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna have Smash Ultimate Edition. It releases with all the DLC preloaded, like
This is Nintendo. It's Deluxe Edition. Come on.
There we go.
Smash Ultimate Deluxe.
Yeah. That would be the branding.
Ultra Mega Super Unlimited Ultimate
Rebirth.
on the Nintendo NX.
Or if we follow the Pokemon
EX
theme,
Arcade Edition.
Leon's Smash, like his Charizard. Have you heard about
The
Leon's Smash?
audiobook.
See, Bronson, did you go for a prediction?
I did not. Honestly, I don't have any serious predictions. Because
I mean, who knows, right?
kind of threw all that out of the window.
Yeah.
Screwed up.
At this point, it's like Nintendo can add whoever the hell they want, so who really
Yeah,
knows?
if like Crash or Spyro, those would be good choices, I think.
Yeah, I
but
can see Spyro.
I could see Spyro. I prefer Crash, but I could see Spyro.
But
yeah,
only
Crash,
Spyro
Spyro.
if it's before he went into Skylanders and got that really weird whiter face.
Yeah, no, we're talking Spyro from Spyro, not Spyro
yeah.
from. Oh God, I was so mad when I found out that was Spyro in the game. I was like, that looks like Spyro. Oh my God, it is Spyro. Fuck.
Beyond
Ruined
that,
Spyro for you.
Beyond that, Ryu Hayabusa would be cool.
Oh, dude. I
Um,
mean, obviously from the name, yes, Ryu Hayabusa, because then we can get all the other dead or alive characters.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah. Call
I'd
me
rather-
call me horny on main, but I would prefer to have Kasumi.
Andrew, you're horny on main.
I know.
This.
let's-
Luckily, we're not on Twitch. Otherwise, we get banned for calling you a simp.
That's right. I forgot that was the thing.
Did they seriously?
Yeah, they
Apparently.
actually banned the words simp, virgin, and something else.
Incel.
Incel, that's right.
Man,
Oh.
they're rejecting
Well, that one I
millennial humor.
understand.
You know, a major incel came up with those rules too. It's bullshit. They'll take racism just fine. Yeah, go ahead, be a neo-Nazi, but don't you dare say someone hasn't had sex.
Okay, so
Okay,
we're gonna
s-
make a drink today, but this is the non-alcoholic version. Fuck that guy!
So going back to Ryu Hayabusa, I'm gonna save this conversation and say that
Yes,
Ryu
Ryu
Hayabusa would be
Hayabusa.
cool. Yeah. What about a Soul
I
Calibur
want
character?
another Ryu as well. I
Oh,
love another
God.
Oh
Ryu
yeah,
character
that
as
would be
well.
funny. You have Roy and you have Roy in Smash already.
I want
so
Lizard Man.
Dude, like,
have two
Smash
Ryus.
is
Let's
still
get
getting
Lizard Man.
so
Yes.
is Soul Calibur 6. Soul Calibur
Yeah.
just announced Wong as a new character, so it's, wait, they're still going? And like they got 2B from Nier Automata. They
Oh yes, 2B.
Rivendell
I
from
want
The
2B.
Witcher, who
I want
actually
2B as
made
well.
a character for that.
I'm afraid that
I don't
2B
know.
might not be good
already-
enough for the good boys and girls out there.
No,
in
we already
Smash,
got
but-
a Square Enix rep. 2 of them.
right. Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
and-
and
been
fingers
stuck
crossed.
inside of
count each
big
of them
career.
as tabs.
I think it'd be.
But
Go ahead.
sorry. I'm kind of dragging on with my picks.
No worries. We're
I'm getting into meme territory now, and I want a third Ryu as well, and Ryu from Breath of
Just for
Fire.
Kuma.
Ryu from what?
Breath of Fire, old school
Oh,
NES RPG.
Oh my goodness! Don't do this to me. Don't
And then
do
I
this.
want
Okay,
I want a
think this
third
has to be
Roy,
said on
Roy
the podcast,
Mustang.
You're a fucking weed.
Yes, Roy Mustang.
Roy Mustang. But we already have Sephiroth and Giga Flare. What's the difference?
Roy Mustang is voiced by a different character.
Yes.
That's the only difference. And he
And that
doesn't
would
have
be the old-
Masamune.
He won't have a sword. He'll just have fire. No, he'll have Hawkeye come in for support.
Yeah.
Imagine
Hawkeye's
playing as
more
Roy
Avenger
Mustang
character.
and you're fighting Bayonetta, and as Roy Mustang, you just keep lighting up Bayonetta over and over and over again.
Take this lost.
That would be cool. I did think about it though. If I could choose a second Pie in the Sky character, I'd probably choose Nightmare from Soul Calibur. I think that'd
Nightmare would be
cool.
really cool.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
it has to be the full armor edition. And
Yes.
Wait, we have Nightmare. His name is Ganon.
True. So I mean, like,
finally learned to use a goddamn sword.
Yes, exactly why.
Like-
exactly why he's Nightmare now.
I want the armor version of Nightmare that holds Soul Edge. Like,
I will say
would be
that is
sick.
an awesome design.
That'd be sick as hell. So I'd be down for that.
I mean, they gotta ask Namco the rights. It's not like they make the game.
Oh, let's get Yoshimitsu.
Yeah.
More crossovers. More
Yes.
Yoshimitsu.
Yes.
Yoshimitsu's
The
fun,
real
man.
answer is, when are we getting Mortal Kombat? Because I'm waiting on that Sub-Zero.
Oh,
Ooh, yes.
that would be
Sub-Zeros.
badass.
Sub-Zero, Scorpion, count me in for that.
Man.
It
games
would have to be
over
Scorpion
years.
or Sub-Zero,
Yeah.
like as playable.
Yeah, you can't
Like
you
I don't
can't
see
pick
any of the
either.
other characters.
Yeah, no. So, and that's why I say Sub-Zero instead of Scorpion, because Scorpion is a little too scary for the kids.
He does have a skull face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
with
mean,
the
I,
wind plus, it's
Sub-Zero
fine.
could work. And he's got a bunch of like
Sans!
cross moves. So
Sans has literally a skull for
Bruce-
a head.
3
But
speed
he's
a happy
cute.
skull. it smiles.
He's a happy skull.
Not
He's-
after what
it's not
I
like he's
played.
going to murder you or anything.
Were we talking Sans?
Yes.
So
Do you
okay.
want to have a bad time?
Still haven't beat that motherfucker.
Sans
Yeah,
is
me
scary,
neither.
just in a non-visual way.
Except in Smash. I did beat him in Smash, and I was so proud of myself. The other person playing it was not.
Okay, well
Uh,
we've gone for like an hour and a half, so I think that's a
Yeah.
good length of time to wrap this up. I think we dealt pretty well in Sephiroth, and we made plenty of very fun tangents along the way. So
yes, we're cresting
yes.
on 2 hours.
So for anybody who's stuck with it this far in the podcast, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. It's fun for us to get come here and just talk about whatever weeb stuff we want, and that includes Smash, because Smash and anime tend to overlap, I guess.
I mean, it's a product of Japan.
Fine, yeah, that works. I mean, also it's Sephiroth. He's practically an anime character.
He is an anime character because he was in a movie.
Well, there you go. So yeah, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Please check out more of our Advent 7 content. There'll be links in the description below. Next, we're actually going to move on to doing a quick live stream of us playing Smash together in a battle arena, because you can't talk about Smash for 2 hours and not play it afterwards. So we're going to set that up in a few minutes, and hopefully you guys can join us for that. Or if you're watching the recorded version, there should be a link below for the recorded version of our battle arena. So until then, we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Thank you very much. I'm Andrew.
I'm Bronson.
I'm your boy Trey.
I'm Tony. Thanks, everyone.
And I'm your special guest, Professor Shinobi, saying thank you. Class
Hey,
dismissed.
Professor Shinobi, you want to plug anything for your
Doctor.
own channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to follow more of my content, I am on Twitch, .tv as Professor Shinobi, on Twitter as Professor Shinobi, at prof_Shinobi. I am trying to do a little bit more, which is absolutely nothing. And if you join now, you are more than 2% of my following base.
You
Hey.
could be the foundation of what's the greatness that's going to soon
Sweep
blossom.
the nation.
Launch Professor Shinobi into stardom. It'll be the name in every household.
Don't forget who got you that start.
I'm gonna make a Twitter for Buster, and he's gonna have more than any of you can.
Hey man.
Yeah, no, everyone loves dog po. No, you got to make it an Instagram. You're gonna have to get an Instagram. specifically
Actually,
called-
Instagram works really well for that stuff. I actually
And
follow
all
a lot of
of
dog
the subtext is
personalities.
just
yes, that
Perfect.
do that.
or
Yeah.
in Japanese it says baru in katakana.
You
All
gotta
right,
give
yeah.
it the Undertale.
There will be links to Professor Shinobi's content in the description below as well. All right. Well, then, thank you very much again. Happy smashing. We will see y'all next time. Goodbye.
Happy holidays, everybody.
So long.